What if the richest person on earth isn't a tech founder, a hedge fund legend, or a crypto billionaire, but a king? A man whose wealth doesn't rise or fall with markets, whose assets aren't listed on Forbes, and whose fortune has been growing silently for over 1,000 years. From vast lands and priceless art to hidden income streams and power woven into a nation's structure, King Charles III lives a life so wealthy that some experts believe he could be the world's first true trillionaire. This isn't flashy billionaire luxury. This is legacy wealth on a level the modern world can barely comprehend. Today, we're taking you inside the trillionaire life of Charles III. Charles III is often described as a constitutional monarch, a symbolic head of state with limited political power. But behind the calm public image lies a lifestyle so vast, historic, and financially complex that many experts quietly argue he could be the world's first hidden trillionaire. Not because of cash in a bank account, but because of the sheer scale of assets, land, art, jewels, and institutions tied to his position as King of the United Kingdom. Unlike flashy billionaires who show their wealth through superyachts and social media flexes, Charles III lives inside wealth that has been accumulating for over 1,000 years. His lifestyle is not built overnight. It is inherited, structured, and protected by tradition, law, and silence. At the heart of his empire sits the Crown Estate, a colossal portfolio of land and property worth well over £15 billion. This includes prime real estate in central London, luxury shopping streets, offshore wind farms, castles, farmland, and historic estates spread across England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. While the Crown Estate technically belongs to the Crown and not Charles personally, its income fuels the monarchy. Every year, hundreds of millions of pounds flow from this estate, quietly reinforcing royal power. Then there is the Duchy of Lancaster, a private estate passed directly to the reigning monarch. This is where Charles III gains personal income. The duchy owns land, castles, commercial properties, and investments worth more than £700 million, generating millions annually. Unlike the Crown Estate, this wealth is largely under the king's control, funding his private life, staff, and royal operations. For decades before becoming king, Charles controlled another financial giant, the Duchy of Cornwall. This estate provided him with tens of millions every year, funding his lifestyle as Prince of Wales. Though he passed it to Prince William upon ascending the throne, its history shows how early Charles was immersed in generational wealth management. Charles III does not live in one mansion. He lives across an entire network of palaces. Buckingham Palace is the most famous, with over 700 rooms, private art galleries, ballrooms, and offices. It functions as both a residence and a working headquarters for the monarchy. Then there is Windsor Castle, the oldest continuously occupied castle in the world, a fortress-sized home filled with priceless tapestries, armor, paintings, and royal history. In Scotland, Charles retreats to Balmoral Castle, a deeply personal estate surrounded by tens of thousands of acres of wilderness. Balmoral is not just a vacation home. It is a private sanctuary where royal traditions continue, from hunting and fishing to secluded family gatherings far from public view. The art collection alone tied to Charles III is considered one of the most valuable in human history. The royal collection includes paintings by Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, Michelangelo, and countless other masters. It holds ancient manuscripts, rare furniture, ceremonial objects, and artifacts that cannot be legally sold. While this collection is held in trust, its estimated value reaches tens of billions of dollars. Then there are the crown jewels. These are not accessories. They are symbols of power forged over centuries. Diamonds, crowns, scepters, and orbs embedded with stones worth fortunes individually. Their historical value pushes their worth far beyond any standard valuation. They are displayed, guarded, and preserved as national treasures, yet they remain inseparable from the monarchy Charles leads. Charles III's daily life reflects quiet luxury rather than extravagance. He does not drive himself, yet has access to fleets of luxury vehicles, armored convoys, helicopters, and private trains. Royal flights are conducted in customized aircraft equipped for security and comfort. Every movement is planned, protected, and seamless. His staff numbers in the hundreds. Chefs, gardeners, archivists, security personnel, historians, and advisors work behind the scenes to maintain royal operations. Meals are prepared by elite chefs using produce often sourced from royal estates. Even the flowers are selected with intention, symbolism, and tradition. Despite unimaginable wealth, Charles is known for relatively modest personal tastes compared to modern tycoons. He favors classic tailoring over trend-driven fashion. His suits are handmade, repaired, and reworn for decades. His shoes are polished and maintained rather than replaced. This approach reflects a philosophy of stewardship rather than consumption. One of the most fascinating aspects of Charles III's lifestyle is his long-standing commitment to environmentalism. Decades before sustainability became mainstream, he invested in organic farming, green architecture, and renewable energy projects across royal lands. His private residence, Highgrove House, became a model of eco-conscious luxury long before he became king. Security around Charles III is on another level entirely. His protection is integrated into national intelligence systems. Surveillance, counter-terrorism units, and international coordination follow him wherever he goes. This invisible shield is part of the true cost of royalty, a privilege and a burden intertwined. The question remains, is Charles III truly a trillionaire? On paper, no single document lists his net worth at that level. But when land, institutions, art, jewels, income streams, and historical assets are combined, the value attached to the monarchy he commands reaches numbers that surpass modern billionaires by orders of magnitude. Charles III does not need to boast. His wealth does not fluctuate with stock markets or crypto cycles. It is embedded in the structure of a nation, protected by law, and reinforced by centuries of continuity. While tech founders rise and fall, royal wealth endures. The trillionaire life of Charles III is not about private jets on Instagram or supercars in Monaco. It is about legacy, influence, and power measured across generations. It is a lifestyle built on history, responsibility, and assets that most of the world will never fully see, yet will always feel. And that is what makes Charles III different from every billionaire alive today. So while modern billionaires race for the top of the rich lists, King Charles III stands apart. His wealth isn't measured by startups or stock prices, but by centuries of land, history, art, and influence that continue to shape the world today. Whether you call him a hidden trillionaire or the ultimate symbol of legacy wealth, one thing is clear: no billionaire alive today plays the game on this level. If you enjoyed this deep dive into elite power and unimaginable luxury, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next story. Because the world's most powerful lifestyles aren't always the loudest, they're the ones built to last.